When people say that they want to lose weight, what they're really saying is that they actually want to lose body fat. There's a difference. Now, there are thousands of videos on YouTube telling you how to do this, but it can be a bit confusing and sometimes overwhelming. What we really just want to know is the simple answer, and we want to get it explained to us in the most easiest possible way for us to understand. Come on, it's not that hard, surely. The good news is, you're right. It's not that difficult. In fact, it's very easy to understand. And in this video, together we are going to get straight to the point and finally learn how the body loses body fat.
Analyzing the news.
So let's look at this. So what is fat in the body? Fat in the body is a type of tissue made up of fat cells, also called adipocytes. And it's a way for your body to store extra energy for later use. Let me give you an example. Imagine fat as the body's energy saving account. And when you eat more than you need, that extra energy, called calories, gets converted into fat. And it is saved for the times when food may be unavailable. See, your body's quite interesting. It knows what it's doing. So how is fat created and stored? When you eat, your body breaks down food into nutrients like carbohydrates, proteins, and fats. These nutrients are used to give your body energy to basically function. If your body needs energy right away, like during exercise, it uses calories from the food that you have just eaten. Now listen, if you eat more calories than your body needs, the extra calories are turned into triglycerides, which are a type of fat. These triglycerides are stored in fat cells all over your body, especially under the skin, which is called subcutaneous fat. It's all technical, and it also does it all around your organs. This is called visceral fat. Okay, so now let's look at how it's stored. So these triglycerides are packed inside fat cells, making the cells expand. So if you constantly eat more than you burn, your fat cells multiply or grow larger, leading to weight gain. Okay, let's look at it again. So if you eat more food than your body needs, your body will hold on to that food, which will then turn it into fat. It's not rocket science. Now listen, fat serves several important roles in the body. Fat is like a backup battery when your body doesn't get enough calories from food. It burns stored fat or energy to keep you going. That's why sometimes when you feel really tired, it's because you've not eaten enough. Or sometimes if you eat too much, you feel lethargic because you've got too much energy. This is especially useful during periods of fasting or when you're very active. Now, fat cushions and protects vital organs like your heart, kidneys, and they're acting like a shock absorber. Then we have temperature regulation, which means that fat helps keep your body warm by insulating. It's like a big hug. It's just like a blanket. This is why people in colder climates tend to carry a bit more fat. So you know when people say, oh, I put weight on over Christmas, it's not because of Christmas, it's because it's cold. Your body's holding on to the energy. In other words, it's holding on to the fat. Then we have vitamin storage. There are certain vitamins like A, D, E, and K, and we need these types of fat to be absorbed and stored in the body. Without enough fat, your bodies wouldn't produce these types of vitamins properly, and you need these vitamins to function. So what about hormone production? Fat is important for producing and regulating hormones like estrogen and leptin, which is basically a hormone that helps control hunger. Oh, I'm hungry now actually. Okay, let's look at extreme fat loss. In other words, weight cutting. Weight cutting is a process that boxers and MMA fighters use to temporarily lose weight to qualify for a weight class during their weigh-in, which happens about a day before the fight. After they've had their weigh-in, they usually regain most of the weight before competing. Here is an easy breakdown of how it works and why fighters do this. Weight cutting usually happens in two main phases. One's called long term, which is the preparation, and short term, which is rapid weight loss just before the weigh-in. So long term preparation basically means that's weeks before the fight. This is part focused on reducing body fat and gradually, after a while, maintaining strength and energy. That's all fat is, energy. Also, they have calorie control. Fighters eat fewer calories than they burn, causing the body to use stored fat for energy, as well as high protein and low carb diet. They eat more protein to preserve muscle and reduce carbohydrates. In other words, carbs. Because carbs hold water, which adds to weight. Remember that. Cardio and strength training regularly helps burn calories and shed fat. This phase helps a fighter get closer to their target weight without sacrificing performance. Then there is short-term rapid weight loss. Oh, we like that, don't we? Now this is usually done a week or less before the weigh-in. This phase is when most of the dramatic weight loss happens, and it's mostly about losing water weight, not necessarily fat. So here's how they do it. Dehydration, which basically means losing water weight. Water makes up around 60% of your body weight, so cutting water is the fastest way to drop pounds. Fighters do this by water loading, which is drinking a lot of water several days before the weigh-in. This tricks the body into flushing out extra water. They're not stupid, are they? Which is reducing water intake. In other words, reducing water intake. Now they do this a day or two before the weigh-in. They stop drinking water entirely, causing the body to lose even more water. Then they're sweating. Fighters use saunas, hot baths, or sweatsuits during exercises to sweat out much water, or as much water as humanly possible, as well as cutting carbs and salts. Carbs and sodium, which is salt, causes the body to retain water, and they want to get rid of it. So by reducing and eliminating these from their diet, fighters lose additional water weight. Right, so there's also low fiber foods. Fighters eat small, low fiber meals to reduce the weight of undigested food in their stomach and intestines. So while weight cutting can be effective, it's also pretty risky, because dehydration risks is losing too much water can cause fatigue, dizziness, or even organ failure, weaken performance, as well as a myriad of other things, but they're really the main ones. If the weight cut is too extreme, the fighter may feel weak and drained during the fight, and these long-term health problems can cause serious problems, and frequent weight cutting can harm the kidneys, heart, and metabolism over time. Now I know a few people who are fighters, and they've gone through this process and they wish they didn't. So in summary, fighters cut weight to qualify for a weight class and gain size advantage. Long-term preparation involves losing fat through dieting and training. Short-term cutting involves rapid weight loss through sweating, carb restriction, and reduced salt. After weigh-ins, they rehydrate and refuel to perform at their best during the fight. While weight cutting is common in combat sports, it requires careful planning and discipline. So, what types of body fats are there? Because not all fats are the same. Here are the main types. There's white fat. This is the most common type. It stores energy and provides insulation for your body. So too much white fat can be bad for you. However, it can lead to obesity and health problems. Then you've got brown fat. This type burns calories to generate heart. We need to look after our heart, don't we? It's more active in babies and slowly decreases as we get older. Then you've got visceral fat. This is found around your internal organs. Too much visceral fat can be dangerous because it's linked to health problems like heart disease and diabetes. And finally, there is subcutaneous fat, which is found just under the skin. This is the fat you can pinch. Remember that saying, if you pinch an inch, you're fat? I used to say that when I was at school. If you can pinch an inch, you're fat. It's not true. And while it's less harmful than visceral fat, having too much can still be unhealthy. Right, let's slow it down. Why do we store fat in the first place? Well, the main reason we store fat is survival. Long ago, humans didn't always know where their next meal would come from. We lived in the jungle, for crying out loud. We had to hunt for our food. You won't remember that, will you? So storing fat allows the body to have a reserve of energy during times of scarcity. Even though food is more readily available today, our bodies still work in the same way. They still store extra calories as fat just in case we need them for later. You see, your body is smarter than you think. In simple terms, fat in the body is like a battery pack. It stores extra energy from the food you eat. It cushions and protects your organs and helps you keep warm in winter. But just like a battery, having too much stored energy, fat, can create problems. So it's important to find a healthy balance. Let me simplify it for you. For you to lose body fat is to create something in your body called calorie deficiency. Calorie deficiency, also known as caloric deficit, occurs when the number of calories you consume is less than the number of calories your body burns through basic physical exercise. It is the foundation of weight loss, as the body compensates for the energy shortfall by using all that stored fat as fuel, leading to fat loss over time. So to effectively use calorie deficit for fat loss, the first step is to determine your total daily energy expenditure. In other words, your activity level. Do you move a lot? Do you move a little? If you move a lot, you need more food. If you're sitting on your backside all day, do you need a lot of energy for that? Really? You need to focus on eating nutrient-dense whole foods that are low in calories but high in vitamins and minerals, such as vegetables, lean proteins, whole grains, and healthy fats. These foods will also help you feel full and maintain energy levels while helping your calorie intake and keeping it all in check. That's what we want. We want to keep it in check. Now, you must do some sort of regular exercise, including both strength training to preserve muscle mass and cardiovascular activity to increase calorie burn, like running, jogging, or even bloody walking. The more activity you do, the more calories you burn. The more calories you burn is another word for fat. That's how you lose it. Activity. I told you it's easy. So this gradual approach ensures long-term success, improving your health and sustainability for fat loss. So in a nutshell, for you to lose body fat, you need to burn more fat than you consume. Eat less, burn more. It's that simple. You don't need to read a big thick book telling you the new diet. Diet's easy. Calorie deficit. Burn more calories than you consume. Or move more than you eat. But we don't do that. We'll sit there watching TV, which takes no calories because we're watching telly and we're just eating crisps and chocolate. And your body doesn't need it, so it's just going to store it for fat. Go for a walk, and then you can have a treat, and then go for a walk and burn off. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope it gave you a better insight on how to lose body fat. Until next time, thank you for liking and commenting and especially watching this video. And remember, you know now, so go ahead and see if you can lose a few pounds. I'm going to do it. Knowledge is power. And remember that everything is going to be alright.